Hello all and welcome back to my channel. I am Paige and this week we are doing another craft in a box. Kind of a DIY kit that is pre-made. I was trying to figure out something to do one week and my stepdaughter decided to get me this craft kit so I could let my brain rest and have a craft to do. So this is a DIY geode canvas. It has everything in this box to make a resin geode canvas. And as somebody who has played around with resin before, I'm interested to see how difficult or easy this DIY kit is, and obviously how it will actually turn out. So if you are also interested, please continue watching. I have already removed everything from the box that it came in. So here's our canvas. I believe it's just an 8x8 square. We've got a paintbrush, and it came with some gloves as well. We have different colored acrylic paints going on. We also have some fine glitter, as well as some crystals. They're blue. And of course, the resin. It is kind of nice on the instructions I have next to me. They do have a little blurb about how acrylic paint and resin is permanent and you should be wearing the gloves and working in a covered space with resin. So that's kind of nice as someone who already knows the risks of using resin. The first steps for this are to paint our geode design, or well, it wants us to draw it first, and then we will paint with the acrylic paints our geode design, just so we have an outline. We're gonna plan out where we want all of the different colors, where we want the glitter and the glass chips to go. So in addition to the paints, I do also have a cup with water and some paper towel, and we're gonna get designing. The instructions wanted me to wait until the canvas was totally dry before proceeding to the resin, so it is actually the next day. Our paint is dry, and I was then instructed to scoop the remaining paint into these cups, to which we will then be adding the resin. It tells me to only pour half of each of the bottles. I have part A and part B. I don't know which one is the hardener and which one is the resin, but it says to just use half the bottle and you can save leftover for other canvases, but I might just mix up all of it because we can. So in this cup, we are just gonna do like we normally do with resin. It appears to just be a 1-to-1 ratio for this resin, so I'm gonna mix that up in this cup over here, and then we will divide it amongst our 4 colors. And you also want to leave some clear. All of our colors are mixed, and so it is time. It suggests going quickly on this part just because resin. So you're just gonna plop your resin where you want it. Similar to how we painted it with the acrylic paint. I guess I'm gonna kind of like, I don't know, try to not make these so solid. I don't know. I really hate this. I think this is it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it, but we are gonna go ahead and let this dry. It says it should be done overnight. I might leave it for a couple more days, maybe check up on it and see what it looks like, see if it changes and kind of spreads out a little bit. I don't know, but we'll see. Our resin piece is totally cured. I did check it at 24 hours as the instructions stated, that you could just leave it overnight, but the resin was still kind of pliable and I was worried that it was like a soft cure resin. Luckily for me, I was able to pick off some of the pieces around the edge, because one thing the instructions didn't suggest was taping around the edges to protect it. I didn't really have a lot of resin to just dump over the edges, and I think taping it off would have been nice. Looking at this piece now, it is a bit more dense. It's not as soft as it was at 24 hours. This resin in general was really weird to work with. It smelled a lot, and the instructions did mention that there was a quick working time, but I did not believe how little time I had to work with this. I don't think the pattern we chose was really all that complicated. Maybe it would have taken less time if we just did like swirls across the canvas, but I found that as I started pouring more and more, it got tacky real quick. And so I had not a lot of time to work with the glitter or the stones. So I kind of started to panic there at the end, but I think this piece turned out pretty okay. So here it is. You can see the sheen. It's not perfect, but we got some glitter. We got our stones in here. But I think for what it is, as a cute little DIY kit, this may not be bad. Here are some shots of this piece out in the natural light. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's craft. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I try to post videos on Fridays. I also have links for all my social media in the description box below. I'll see you guys all for the next one.